Hi Year 11, this is just a quick introduction to applied science at BTEC, which you could choose to do next year as a single award. So it would be the equivalent of an A level, and you'd get the same points as you would for an A level based on whether or not you get a pass, a merit, a distinction, or a distinction plus. So I'm just going to talk you through some of the requirements for the course and what the course entails as well. So the first thing is you would be expected to have a grade 4 in your science. Obviously that would be hopefully 2 grade 4s, and a grade 4 in maths and in English as well. And that's because the exams that we do and the coursework that we do requires you to have some math skills and also some writing and English skills. So make sure that if you are aiming to do applied science, you are aiming for those minimum of grade 4s in all three, the science, the English and the maths. So the 4 units that you would do over 2 years, we tend to do 2 in year 12 and 2 in year 13. And as we've done it for the past 2 years, we would start with the practical scientific procedures and techniques. This is a written exam which you get pre-release material for, tends to be at the beginning of January, and then a couple of weeks later, following a practical, you would do an exam. So the exam isn't a practical exam, it's a written exam. It is actually worth the biggest credit amount in the course, so this is why we tend to do it first, so that it's it gets you off on a good footing, and it also gives an opportunity for resits later on as well. So we are kind of focused on getting those big practical units done. The second unit we tend to do is the Unit 1 unit, which is the Principles and Application in Science, which is an hour-and-a-half exam as well, but it tends to be split up into 3, biology, chemistry and physics. So you do those 3 exams over a day and a half, and that is worth 24 credits. So it's slightly less than the biggest unit, which is 32. Another 24 credit unit is the science investigation skills, and that's actually a coursework unit, which we would start at the end of year 12 and going into year 13. And we would also do alongside that the optional unit, which we choose as physiology of human body systems, which fits very well with the PE. If you do BTEC sport, if you do sociology, health and social care, any of those units that involve kind of the body, it tends to complement and it tends to fit well with. So it's definitely something to think about depending on the post 18 choices you want to make, whether or not it's you want to go forward with an applied science, which will help you get onto quite a lot of university courses and also into some apprenticeships as well if you've got that applied science BTEC. The task that we're going to set you is to think of this method. Now this might be a method you've done in biology or chemistry over the last few years, so it's looking at a method and how you could improve it, because obviously we write a lot of methods in the coursework, and in the exam unit it's required that you write a method. So could you look at that method and see how it could be improved, and that is the task. So within that task, and you can go back and look at it in a second, think about, are the instructions clear? Does it tell you concentrations? Is it something that you should think about giving? Does it tell you how many different concentrations to test and how many would that be? How will we know which concentration is which? Does it ask you to repeat the experiment, and does it tell you what the equipment should be? And that's it for the applied science introduction, and we look forward to hearing from you. And if you've got any questions, please put them to your tutor and they will be in touch with us. Thank you.